They found the letter by accident, wedged behind a collapsed beam inside an abandoned farmhouse in rural Virginia. At first glance, it looked ordinary. Yellowed paper, brittle edges, ink faded into a faint sepia tone. But the moment historian Clara Whitford lifted it into the light, she realized this was no simple relic. The symbols on the page weren't English, they weren't Latin. They weren't anything she had ever seen in her 20 years of research. And the strangest part? The letter was dated March 8, 1889, signed only with one line: "He was right about the sky." Clara expected the discovery to be the start of a small academic puzzle. Instead, it became the center of a historical mystery that would stretch from an obscure Civil War veteran to a classified government operation, and eventually to a forgotten experiment that was meant to change America forever. The beginning, a soldier with a secret. The farmhouse once belonged to Captain Elias Turner, a former soldier who fought in the Civil War. His military files described him as loyal, steady, and highly disciplined, nothing unusual. But tucked at the bottom of his service record was a note written by an anonymous officer. Turner reports unusual atmospheric occurrences, displays heightened agitation, claims to have witnessed phenomena beyond natural explanation. Historians had long assumed Turner was suffering from post-war trauma, but the letter Clara found, filled with symbols no one recognized, suggested something far more deliberate. It wasn't the writing of a man losing his mind. It was structured, patterned, intentional. And it wasn't alone. As the farmhouse was cleared, 3 more sheets were found, each with the same strange symbols. But hidden inside the wall cavity was something even more unusual: a hand-drawn map. The map highlighted 3 locations across the East Coast: Roanoke Island, Fort Monroe, and a remote clearing deep inside the Appalachian Mountains. All 3 were connected by a triangle, almost perfect in proportion. Why would a retired Civil War captain draw this? And what did the letter's cryptic closing mean? He was right about the sky. Roanoke Island was already a place soaked in mystery. The disappearance of the lost colony in the late 1500s remained one of America's oldest unsolved historical events. But what Clara didn't expect was how deeply Captain Turner had become obsessed with it. Local archives revealed Turner visited Roanoke 22 times between 1871 and 1887. That alone was unusual. But even stranger was an entry from a fisherman recorded in an old community ledger. A soldier man, Turner his name, asked where the sky turns blue at night. Clara's research partner, Dr. Matthew Royce, believed the symbols in Turner's letters might be referencing atmospheric conditions, possibly auroras or magnetic disruptions. But auroras that far south, in the 1800s? Unless. Clara began reviewing weather logs, astronomical journals, and military observation reports from the late 19th century. That's when she found it. A near-forgotten scientific notation from March 1889, the same month as the letter. A strange glow was reported in the eastern sky, blue, not green or red like typical auroras, lasting for almost 30 minutes. Turner hadn't been hallucinating. He'd been watching something real. The third point on the map was a remote clearing in the Appalachian Mountains. It took Clara and Matthew 2 days of hiking to reach the coordinates. What they found there didn't belong to the 1800s. A circle of stones, each marked with a faint symbol matching those on Turner's letter. The stones were placed with mathematical precision, aligned perfectly with the position of the stars on March 8, 1889. This wasn't the work of a soldier. This was the work of someone following instructions. Under one of the stones, they found a rusted metal box containing a final note from Turner. "I did not imagine it. I only listened. The sky spoke first. If anyone finds this, do not let them bury the truth again." Clara read it twice, heart pounding. The sky spoke? Was Turner describing a natural event? An early magnetic storm? Something like the Carrington event? Or something else entirely? The cipher breaks. Back at the university, Clara and Matthew digitized the symbols and ran them through every linguistic, mathematical, and cryptographic database available. Nothing matched. Until Matthew noticed something. The symbols weren't letters. They were frequencies, disguised as shapes. Each symbol corresponded to a measurable vibration, sound, light, or magnetic resonance. Turner had discovered a code hidden in the atmospheric pulses of 1889. The letter wasn't a message written by a person. It was a transcription of something that had been broadcast through the sky itself. Once decoded, the message was chilling. The cycle returns. The sky remembers. Listen when the ground trembles. Scientific? Poetic? A warning? Clara cross-referenced the date, March 1889, with geological records. On that exact day, the East Coast experienced a rare, deep tremor, felt in Virginia, North Carolina, and parts of Tennessee. The sky glowed, compasses failed, and Turner heard a sound no one else recognized. He wasn't imagining anything. He had witnessed an atmospheric event so unusual that the government hid it, classified it, erased it. A tremor from the earth, a pulse from the sky, and a message encoded in frequencies no one could understand until now. The truth they buried. Clara published her findings. Some called it fringe science. Others called it one of the most important rediscoveries of the 19th century. But the truth was simple. In 1889, something happened in the American sky. Something powerful enough for the military to hide, for a soldier to fear, and for history to forget. A message arrived, and Captain Turner was the first to hear it. The last line of his original letter now made sense. He was right about the sky. Whoever he was, scientist, soldier, stranger, we may never know, but one thing was clear. The sky had spoken once, and according to the cipher, it would speak again.